Everybody here? Okay.
Waiting for you.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see.
You need some help here? You untie first untie figure eights. No, wait. Okay.
We have to untie this.
Wait. That's the very last thing.
Okay. All right, we got it.
First, the last thing is that. Okay. First, the mayor gets a handle on the situation. You got the ropes.
Supervisors, you can hold on to this.
Hold on the rope. Okay, and then you do it all at once.
Okay.
Let it go. Push it out.
No. Wait. You're tangled. You're pulling the wrong rope. There you go.
All right.
Now tie it off. Really tight. Come on, guys. You got the fucking America's Cup coming here. You gotta get this more together.
The mayor's beautiful. Huh?
Nice job there, Mayor.
Okay.
More figure eights. Do it all the way. Make it tight. You gotta get your sailing chops up for the race.
Look at that. Look at that flag, Sid. It will be.
All right.
Good job.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, all you fabulous people. Can you believe it's here? It's Pride, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that doesn't sound like Pride. It's Pride, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Well, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending tonight's flag raising ceremony. And we are excited because we have our Grand Marshals. We got some very special guests. My name is Tita Ida, and I will be your hostess for tonight. And it is a pleasure for me right now to introduce the Mayor of San Francisco. Please welcome Mayor Edwin Lee.
Happy Pride Month in San Francisco. It's wonderful. I am so happy to be here with you, and it's an honor for me to join this stage with all of our supervisors that are here. Our elected official, Jose, is here as well. Oh, Dan Burnell from our Leader Pelosi's office. Thank you, Dan, for being here. Our DA, George Gascon, for being our Chief of Police. Greg Sir, our Chef, Vicki Hennessy. Mr. Henderson from my office. And all the other leaders, thank you very much. We have a great reason to be celebratory the whole month. And I just want to let you know that, I expect hundreds of thousands of people to come to our city to enjoy not only the weather, not only great scenes, but all the celebratory events that we have in store. And we're going in the right direction. We're doing all the things that we need to do to have a city that's recovered. And guess what we get to do? We get to shine all of our San Francisco values for the rest of the country for a whole month, if not the whole year. How about that? Well, I'm not going to give you a whole long speech about what I've been doing and not doing and doing. I think I'll leave that to a lot of the other politicians. As you know, I take great pride in this great city of ours and all of its diversity, whether it's department heads, whether it's commissioners, whether it's people in the community that work with us, whether it's our supervisors and our elected official. I take great pride in working with all of them to make sure this city is a warm, welcoming, diverse, and equitable city. And this year's theme, Global Equality, is all about getting not just a city in shape, is getting the whole world to pay attention to how equality would benefit them. It's a wonderful theme. I want to thank the Gay Pride Committee and all the people that worked in that very strong committee for all your voluntary work this year. It's wonderful to see you just espouse this year and get out of the economic doldrums and into the level of success that we are doing here in the city. We've suffered many years of setbacks economically. We've suffered those years where programs that we care about, services to people that we care about had been threatened. But this year, and for the next 2 years, and I think for years beyond, I worked really hard with the supervisors to make sure we had a conversation that restored all the funding to the cuts to HIV and AIDS, and we will continue making that commitment. And that should not be an issue here in San Francisco. It should never be an issue about if this, then that. We should always be talking about how we serve all the residents of the city equitably. And that's why we have to work hard on making sure we have a strong economic base for that to happen. This is what I'm trying to do. And then at the same time, we can have a police chief that creates a video that helps with our youth and makes sure they know we care about them. The whole police department is to be praised with our whole law enforcement effort to be praised about their efforts to educate our youth. And then, in addition to making sure discrimination is not there and that we end bullying and try to reach down and get those right programs to do that, we're also offering all of our kids jobs this summer so that they make sure that they can get employment and get some money in their pocket, and they can have some of their freedoms experienced as well for a very harsh summer for many other agencies. But in San Francisco, we're working hard to make sure all of our kids get the programs and get jobs that they need. We'll keep working to make the city even better. There's more to be done. Despite what people might say that we're pretty lucky to get a lot of the programs intact, to have no cuts in our budget for health care, for human services, for the services to seniors and others, we have a lot more to do. Because guess what? Every time we make an advancement, there's either the state or the feds that will cut other programs. They can't figure it out. And we have to take care of our own folks. So that's why I need all of you. I need all of you to work with us in our city. Celebrate our diversity, but work hard together for all of us. And I'm so glad to see all of the community grand marshals that you have in your program today from all walks of life. We have activists, attorneys, community activists, artists, former political people all over the map in terms of the disciplines that I have that are reflected in your community awards. People have done great things. And I also want to just especially single out someone who has given me a lot of support, a lot of focus, a lot of vision for what the city needs, and of course a lot of weekly spirit. And that's your Lifetime Achievement community leader that you're honoring today with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and that's of course the Honorable Willie Brown Jr. Thank you very much for being here today. And so if I may, in light of all of the different organizational and community leaders that you're honoring as Grand Marshals, and a big, big thanks to the board chair and to Brendan and all of the other staff that's worked really hard to put on successful Gay Pride Month of activities. I also want to call up, if I can, the Honorable Willie Brown to give this certificate of honor for your lifetime worth of achievements. Please, say words, say a few words. You deserve this. You've done enough.
I spent about, I arrived early, as a matter of fact. It's uncharacteristic for me to get any place early, but I got here at like 4:15 because somebody lied to me and tell me that it was starting at 4:15, and I went in to visit with the mayor. He never said one word about extending this kind of an honor, and I am indeed grateful, Mr. Mayor. And for those of you who have never touched me, I'm right up there.
Stay up. Now we got one more duty. You and I are going to present what we do as mayors, right? And we've done this every week. You've done it 4 times more than I have, 8 times more than I have. And that is, of course, to declare this to be LGBT Pride Month in San Francisco. Where is Brendan? All right. Brendan and Lisa, come on up. To you, on behalf of our city, you got the two mayor, former Mayor Brown and us, presenting you this proclamation as mayors do.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Congratulations on all your great work for this month. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for being here. And so the mayor has talked about what a great celebration this is for us this week. And, you know, I just got to say, this is one of the biggest events that the city has. And we all know these are some of the best parties that we're about to see throughout the next week. And so as we celebrate the honors that have been bestowed so far, we have a couple of other celebrations when we talk about the fabric of the people who have been a part of Pride. From our communities who are here today, we have a couple of people that we would like to honor. And so when I call your name, if you could come up so we can honor you as well. I'd like to start off with the Gilbert Baker Pride Foundation Award to Gilbert Baker. Gilbert? Thank you. Just stand here for a moment, Gilbert. You got to step forward, Gilbert. We all want to see you. Come on.
But you don't want to hear me.
We'll just see you for now. We're going to hear you in a moment. And those of you, I know many of you already know, that Gilbert created the rainbow flag. So that was him. That was him.
With all of your help.
Yeah. Thank you. I'd like to call up as well Bishop Christopher Senyonjo, who is a longtime advocate for the LGBT community in Uganda. Then come represent him. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend. And now I'd like to bring up, for the Organizational Community Grand Marshal Award, the ACLU representative for Northern California, who has long served to protect and expand equal rights for the LGBT community for decades. Come stand over. And the Individual Community Grand Marshal Award this evening is going to Edaj, who is a versatile artist whose career as a choreographer, producer, and MC and DJ began in 1991 right here in San Francisco. Welcome. Next, I'd like to call our another Community Grand Marshal, Rebecca Prozan, who is the Director of Community Outreach and a prosecutor here in San Francisco. Don't mess up my line. Pass them all out. Another Community Grand Marshal, Sister Roma. Sister Roma, come on up here. Thank you, Representative Sister Roma. Sister Roma has spent 25 years with the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Thank you. Another Grand Marshal, Community Grand Marshal, Olga Talamonte. Thank you, Olga. Olga is the Executive Director of the Chicana and Latina Foundation. Another Community Grand Marshal, Morning Star Van Sil. Morning Star is a folk artist, veteran, and a community builder. I see a representative coming up right here. Okay. And our final Community Grand Marshal, Mr. Gary Virginia. Gary? Gary is a fundraiser, activist, and 24-year HIV and AIDS survivor who is also one of the Pride Brunch co-founders. the awards out to everybody. No, this is. You're missing your shoe card. Who did I miss? Oh, I missed. You know what? You see, I got all excited seeing all these people. I forgot Brooke. Brooke, if you can come on down and join us. Mr. Brooke Oliver.
Brooke Oliver!
I've seen you. And I was passing them out. I'm like, where's Brooke? Here you are, Brooke.
Thank you.
So we have Bishop. This is you. All right, one moment while we pass these out. ACLU. That's yours. Edaj. Miss Prozan. Thank you. Sister Roma. Olga. And Morning Star. Thank you. And our final one, Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the pride of San Francisco. Thank you. Is that it? Mr. Brown, they all want a picture with you, too. We don't want you sitting down. And on behalf of the city. All right, thank you all so much. This is everyone. So now, for our celebration, we'll have a performance by our band, and I would invite everyone to stay and enjoy the reception. I hope to see all of you throughout the rest of the week as we celebrate San Francisco Pride. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm sorry, you. One moment. Yeah, Tita, I'm sorry. Have a brief moment.
It ain't over yet. It just started, folks. We'd like to call back all folks to, we'd like to hear from some of our city officials. First, we'd like to welcome Supervisor Scott Wiener. Please come up.
Hi everyone, happy Pride. First of all, everyone, we're not done yet apparently. We have some more program to go. I want to just acknowledge our amazing Imperial Court, our Emperor and Empress, Bradley Roberts and Sissy St. Clair, who are here. And, you know, I just want to say, our LGBT community is very diverse, and a lot of times we have disagreements and we can fight a little bit and it can be a little bit raucous at times, but there's one time a year when we all come together, and that's in June, because we are one community and we have to be there for each other, and we will always do that. And so happy Pride, everyone.
All right, and now we'd like to welcome the treasurer of San Francisco, Jose Cisneros. Come on up.
Thank you.
Happy Pride, everyone. You know, as treasurer tax collector, we bring in the revenue for the city, literally billions of dollars, which, as you heard from the mayor, was used to restore AIDS funding this year to serve diverse communities here in San Francisco. I'm proud of the work we do in the city, but I'm particularly proud to be an openly gay Latino elected official right here in San Francisco. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great Pride.
Yes, we represent. And now I would like to welcome Supervisor David Campos.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Pride. Let me just say that I'm very proud to be here in San Francisco. But the thing about the LGBT community is that I think that we have to remember that it's not just about LGBT rights that we're here. You know, we have Harvey Milk's statue looking over us right across this, this beautiful rotunda. And the thing about Harvey Milk is that he understood that we were all connected. And so the fact is that we have to not only fight for the equality of our LGBT brothers and sisters, we have to fight for the equality of every person who lives in this country, of every person who lives in this world. That's what this is about, because when it comes to civil rights, it's something that involves all of us. So thank you very much, and let's celebrate equality this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Campos. And of course, I love this woman. Please welcome Supervisor Christina Olague.
Happy Pride. I'm really proud to be living in San Francisco. I know that today, or this year's Pride will be focused on global equality, but I think in order to attain those goals globally, we have to try to achieve those goals locally. And to that end, we have continued to struggle in making sure that this city is welcome to folks from all types of economic backgrounds. A lot of folks, as you know, from our community escape the Midwest or even the Central Valley to come to San Francisco so they can be at a place where they can breathe and really be who we are here. And I think we're very lucky that we can express and live openly and honestly. So it's just a goal that I hope that we can always keep in mind. And we're not perfect, but we have a lot of work to do. But this year we also started focusing on keeping seniors here, because a lot of folks in our community are aging and they want to stay in San Francisco. And we have to do everything we can to make sure our young people, our old people, and everyone in between can stay here if that's what they so choose. So happy Pride, and yeah, have a great week.
Thank you, Supervisor. All right, last but not the least, from the office of Nancy Pelosi, please welcome the handsome Mr. Dan Bernal right here.
Thank you very much. Well, I know I'm joined by my colleague in Leader Pelosi's office, Alex Lazar, and Brian Perkins from Congresswoman Jackie Spears' office, and bringing greetings from the U.S. House of Representatives. I want to thank everybody who's here today, and particularly Mayor Ed Lee, something that he didn't mention, but for many years, Congresswoman Pelosi, Leader Pelosi, at one point Speaker Pelosi, had fought year after year to fill the funding that was cut for HIV/AIDS to San Francisco. This year, under Republican control of the Congress, she was not able to do so. Mayor Lee and the Board of Supervisors stepped up to the plate and restored all of that funding, so thank you to them. And while Leader Pelosi cannot be here today because she's in Congress along with Congresswoman Spear, I did want to read to you quickly from her Pride statement. During LGBT Pride Month, we celebrate how far we've come in the fight for civil rights. We pledge to keep working to ensure our nation lives up to the American ideal of equality, our heritage, and our hope. Just in recent years in Congress, we passed a fully inclusive hate crimes law and made historic investments in HIV/AIDS treatment, research, and prevention. The discriminatory Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy took its rightful place in the dustbin of history. President Obama made it the policy of his administration to no longer defend the shameful Defense of Marriage Act in court. And we all witnessed history just last month when the President of the United States spoke out in favor of marriage rights for LGBT couples. We look forward to the day when all American families are treated equally in the eyes of the law. But more must be done. We must keep up the charge for an end to discrimination in all its forms, in the workplace, in schools, in government, and in our laws. We must protect and preserve the rights of all Americans, regardless of sexual orientation. This LGBT Pride Month, let's recommit to building a future of freedom, liberty, and progress for LGBT Americans and all Americans. Thank you. Happy Pride.
Thank you.
Good to see you too.
Great. Thank you very much to everyone who spoke. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, San Francisco Pride could not say enough thank yous to this one special person, and he has been honored already earlier, but we always want to recognize him. He's Gilbert Baker, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Gilbert was, in particular, we'd like to thank him for designing the first rainbow flag, as you all know. And the rainbow flag is an international phenomena with millions of people everywhere embracing it as a visibility action. And as the recipient of the Gilbert Baker Pride Founders Award. Gilbert will always be serving as our honorary mistress of ceremonies at this year's Pride Parade and Celebration. Ooh, got competition here, but Gilbert is amazing. Congratulations, Gilbert. We'd like to honor you. Yeah, of course, totally.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, 1978 was such a wonderful year. Right over here on Grove Street, we had a gay community center where we made the first rainbow flag. Yep. And the gay band, the gay chorus, Theater Rhinoceros, it all happened there. It was an amazing moment of artistic expression, of cultural power. Harvey was in office and alive. It was thrilling and wonderful. Jimmy Carter was in the White House saying human rights are absolute and changing our policies of war down in South America. Really, it was a wonderful, thrilling time. All the right messages were happening from all the right people, the president, our elected officials, everything was going great. And we all laughed, saying, oh, Reagan, he'll never be president. And it happened. So our work is not done. Our work is not done, and it's going to be harder than ever. 1978 was pivotal. It was made possible by Willie Brown, who in 1974 was the first person to change the laws so that we could become citizens and not criminals. All of that will go away if we do not stand and fight for the liberty, the liberation, and the freedom that we have, because it will all go away. Our enemies will fight us to the death and beyond our deaths, as we well know. So our work is not done. It's like a rainbow. Can't see the beginning, can't see the end. We are all the colors.
Thank you, Gilbert. We are looking forward to see what your outfit will be for this coming parade. Thank you, Gilbert. And of course, I'd like to introduce to you the DA of San Francisco. Please welcome Sir George Gascon.
Thank you. It's hard to come after Gilbert, but happy Pride, everyone. It's a real pleasure and an honor being here today and the celebration that we will engage during this month. But I think it's also important to recognize that we still have a long way to go. We still have way too many hate crimes targeting the LGBT community and many other communities in San Francisco, and we need to continue to work together so that the message that we're giving out today one day will be one also of peace and safety for everyone. Happy Pride, and thank you.
And also, we'd like to call on the podium Chief Greg Sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Happy Pride Week. I know that it's a little bit of a sad time for us in the police department. Commander Militello, who actually brought the It Gets Better video to me as an idea, and then it happened, the anti-bullying of LBGT youth. Any youth can take what they want, but it's so important, and Lee's been so valuable to the police department that it's only right that today she was honored on the Senate floor by Senator Leno, and then Sunday will be her last parade, and she'll leave a legacy, and we'll carry on for her. Anyway, God bless. Happy Pride Week.
Thank you very much, Chief. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring onto the podium two very special folks who will be working very hard this weekend and just making the whole weekend happen. They are the Pride Board President Lisa Williams and the Executive Director Brandon Behan.
Thank you. Happy Pride, everyone. I'm going to be brief because I know some of you guys already start celebrating. It's a great pleasure for me to be here celebrating Pride with Mayor Ed Lee. Also, I want to thank the Mayor's Office, Joaquin Torres, Jason, Francis, Jimmer, and everyone in the Mayor's Office that made this happen. Thank you, Paul, for all your help and assistance. We appreciate it. Also, I want to say a special thanks to Senator Leno, Assemblyman Tom Mamiano, Supervisor David Campos, Scott Wiener, and also Supervisor Christina Olague. Also, I want to express my great gratitude to my board members. Some of them are here somewhere. for all their hard work and dedication. Our board is Davis Chin, Bill Heminger, Lou Fisher, Reggie Johnson, and Lord Martine. So please give them a handshake for all of them. And thank you to our Grand Marshals. All of you, all your hard work, well deserved. Thank you so much. Idad, Rebecca, Olga, Gary, a couple of them left. ACLU, thank you. A lot of work. So our theme this year is global equality, and it's about believing in civil unity and justice, and about human rights. Sorry. I hope you all have a very happy Pride, and maybe Morningstar, you can come down. Thank you. And next, we'd like to invite Brooke up to honor you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks.
So Lisa and I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing someone tonight with the Teddy Witherington Award. For those of you who don't know, our first executive director at San Francisco Pride, Teddy Witherington, came in at a time when the organization was in financial ruin. This was back in 1997. We imported him from London, and he helped to construct a lot of what we now enjoy in terms of the structure and the stability of SF Pride. Now, many of you also know that about 2 years ago, Pride went through some of the toughest times financially that it has yet experienced to date. And during that period, there was one person who really, among many, but there was one person who really was fighting with the board behind the scenes to make sure that SF Pride continued to be viable, to continue to move back towards financial stability, and continue to find a solution. Now, this is a person who has been an unsung hero of the battles of SF Pride and our trials and tribulations, but someone who we are deeply indebted to for all of her work, all of the time that she has dedicated, many hours spent in the Pride offices at late nights, and someone who has definitely earned the honor of the Teddy Witherington Award. And that person is Brooke Oliver, here with us today. So Brooke, it is with absolute and great pleasure and deep gratitude that both Lisa and I, on behalf of the SF Pride Celebration Committee, present you with this year's Teddy Witherington Award for outstanding service to the LGBT Pride movement. Thank you so much, Brooke.
It's a huge honor. I know people are ready to get to the food, but it was really a team effort, and there are many people here who were on those teams. So thank you very much, and this just represents everybody that was in those late nights with me, and the Dorian Fund who came through for us with Chris Kalaya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brooke. So with that, I will turn it back over to our hostess with the mostest.
Thank you.
Tita Ida.
Thank you. Congratulations, Brooke. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I also would like to ask you to put your hands together for the Lesbian Gay Freedom Band right here. They have been entertaining us for all these years. Amazing. Thank you. Well, at this point, we have some fabulous food back there for everyone. We are going to wrap up. My name is Tita Ida. I hope you all had a wonderful evening, and I hope that this kicks off your Pride weekend. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.